You have to do your voice here in Orlando.
What, oh, that one.
You know the voice. Yeah, that's the one, Jared, come on!
Well met, everyone. Question time. Over there.
Hi. The question is, do you feel like you grow to the Henry?
Yes, most certainly. I mean, aside from the fact that me and Henry physically grew at the same rate, I think mentally we both kind of grew, and we took our own pace. It's funny. I've learned a lot from Henry, and clearly Henry's learned a lot from me because one and the same, that sort of thing. But I think I've learned a lot from Henry, and one of the things especially is just like never give up hope, always believe, and keep on going, because one day your dreams are just gonna be there. So that's something important to always believe.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'm talking for Kels.
Of course.
When you were younger, was your mom or dad a chaperone with you, or were you there by yourself?
I had a chaperone. Most of the time it was my mom, and then at these conventions I get to hang out with my dad a lot, which is super cool. Cause woo! My dad's a cool dude. Everybody here loves him, and he has this magical ability to befriend anybody, and just like I don't understand how. I was at this thing called the Power of Youth a few years ago, and my dad just starts talking to Mark Wahlberg, and they become like best friends. And I'm like, how? How is that possible? How do you do it? So it's cool. I could probably learn a lot from my dad, seeing as I'm insanely awkward, and he's super cool. He's like his Instagram username, which was created by my sister, mind you, is cool_dad. So that's something.
Who's your best friend on set? Like your partner in crime?
My partner in crime on set. It's hard to say. Depending on the season, it kind of changed. In season 1, my partner in crime was always kind of the cameraman, Greg Powell. If you couldn't find me, I was usually on the camera card, just like sitting there. And then after that, it was just Josh. Me and Josh, we were always hanging out. We really had a great relationship. We were always joking, having fun. We had these things where I'd write these little, very short plays. And we just go on for like hours. He'd be like, "Where are my monologues, Janet? I need monologues." And I'm like, "They're coming, Josh. They're coming. I'm sorry. So that was some of our great adventures. I have fun with everyone. I know me and Colin, and me and Raphael, me and everybody. Honestly, they all have raised me, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Lauren. I was wondering, from your first season to your last season, what was the hardest for you? Because obviously you grew up on the show. So.
Yeah. When it comes to the hardest thing for me throughout the course of the show was the end of season 6, because I thought it was the end for me. I thought that was just going to be the last of young Henry. So I kind of got hit by that, like, wow, I've really grown up with this character kind of thing. And I had a pretty emotional last episode, or not last episode, but season 6, which was a lot of fun. And I remember my last day on season 6, Lana just burst into tears because she was like, "Are we never gonna have a scene together again?" I don't know. And it was something else. I think that was one of the hardest times, and of course, it was a real challenge. Season 7's out now. I'm sure everybody's seen the last episodes. I can play a bad guy. It was fantastic. And that wasn't exactly hard. I feel like I was kind of meant to play a bad guy. I feel like while on the outside I seem cheery and happy. I have a black soul. But you know.
For being as young as you were when you started, your acting is incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for being here.
Much obliged.
Hi again, Jared.
Hello again.
This is kind of going off what you were talking about the last episode. We see Henry play a younger version of himself in the Wish Realm. So where did you draw inspiration for this role?
It's funny. I watch a lot of television. And in the sword fight scene where I'm fighting Lana, straight up I felt like Kylo Ren. I was like, man, I feel like Kylo Ren right now. Which is cool, I guess. But I kind of just drew inspiration from a lot of things, and it was from shows I've watched, series I've watched, even from other actors on the show, Rumpelstiltskin, Bobby, incredible. That sort of stuff, and then also just my own personal experience. It's kind of just like what I've always wanted to play in a character. I wanted to bring to the big screen.
Thank you.
Of course.
My question is which mother would you choose as both Jared and Henry?
Come on. Well, I feel like as Jared, I'm obligated to pick my actual mom. The one that gave birth to me. And Henry, that's one of those things where it's like, how could you choose? It's like choosing between your mom and your dad. Like, that's not cool. Or your mom's or your dad's. Either way, it's not cool. You can't do that. So, can I, pass?
Thank you.
Of course.
Hello, I'm Taylor. Hello. First of all, happy late birthday.
Thank you.
So my question was, did you steal anything from set as a keepsake?
I may or may not have a magic bean. I may or may not have a quill. I may or may not have a book. And that's about the extent of it. I really wanted to take a pea coat, but not to wear it, to burn it. But, that never happened. So yeah.
Good job.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I just gotta say, I really liked your dark character in the finale.
Thank you.
I liked it a lot. Okay, and what was your favorite scene with Killian?
My favorite scene with Killian? Operation Best Man? That was the highlight of that was one of the highlights. And aside from that, the entirety of Dark Waters, that episode was just a ton of fun to film because it was the first time, it was one of the first times that I really got a chance to act side by side with Colin, and me and him have a great relationship, and I learned so much every time we hang out. It's really great. Of course.
Hi.
Hello.
What was it like to be the only child on set during the first years of being on Once Upon a Time?
I mean, it was weird. It was one of those things where I have always been a little bit more comfortable around adults than I am around people my own age. Social anxiety, it's fun. I kind of got used to it really quickly, and it was a lot of fun because I was able to, they were like my massive extended family. And in all honesty, everyone's just big kids, so we were all having fun, making jokes, and just having a good time.
Thank you.
Hi, Jared. I'm Danny. And what's your favorite thing about Henry?
My favorite thing about Henry? I mean, I think as a character in a whole, I think it's the fact that, I mentioned it earlier, he has this whole thing where he never stops believing, he never gives up hope, and that's something I've taken personally, something important, because I can be a bit cynical at times, so I think that's something that's really great, and also, the fact that Henry's the author is really cool to me. It was one of those things where when I read it in the script, I was like, hey, I'm a writer, Henry's the author, it's cool. It's like art imitates life, life imitates art sort of thing.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie.
Hi.
So how did you work with Andrew to develop Henry's character?
It's funny, me and Andrew never really got a chance to talk before he started playing Henry. I think we literally chatted for 5 minutes before his first scene. And so we never really got a chance to work together. And Andrew's done an absolutely fantastic job. I'm so proud of what he's done with the character. And it's been a real pleasure seeing someone else take the groundwork that I laid and make something magical of it.
Thank you.
Of course.
My name's Kelsey, and I just wanted to know, if you could only watch one anime for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'd probably watch Attack on Titan over and over again. I'm a big Attack on Titan fan. I mean, I'm going to an Anime Expo in July, and I'm cosplaying Levi, so that tells you something. So in that, or Boku no Hero Academia? Or Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Sorry, there's a lot of them. I watch a lot of anime.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi.
Hi.
First, I wanted to tell you that your performance in the finale was Emmy-worthy.
Thank you.
It was absolutely outstanding. My question was, what season did you like the most?
Honestly, the stuff I got to do in season 7, how little it was incredible. I had so much fun, especially the evil. But other than that, I think season 6 and season 7, which I kind of combined into one because I was sort of playing the same character in both of them. It was this time where Henry's going through a transition from that kid to an adult, and he's maturing and learning, and it was really fun to play because as Jared, I'm going through that same. I'm in that same transition period, and it's rough for everyone. It's rough for me. It's rough for him. It's rough for you guys, whoever's growing up. So I think it was really fun to play. Of course.
Hi, Jared. I just want to say that when you're saying in a heavy beginning, that just made me in a fangirl mode. What was the hardest scene for you to shoot?
Hardest scene for me to shoot? Whoa! I think the hardest scene for me to shoot, of all time throughout the entirety of the series, was, it's hard to say. I think in particularly, actually the sword fight scene with Lana was pretty rough in the last episode. I guess because I had to be really angry at Lana. I wanted to kill her, and it's hard to do that because I love Lana. And it was not only was I rolling around a sword, that was actually me and Lana fighting. It was a lot of fun. It was really intense. It was one of those things where I'd walk off set and I did it after in the middle of taking, and I just rile myself up because I had to be mad. So I think that was one of the hardest scenes, especially because I was really nervous. I was really nervous that day. I don't know why, but
Thank you.
of course.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn. What was your reaction when you discovered you had the part of Henry?
Well, it was funny. The audition process was pretty long, in a whole, and after I did my last audition, it was like a few months before we heard anything. So I was probably sitting in my room playing video games, as I did. And then I just hear my mom like scream from across the house, like literally like scream, like at the top of her lungs. I'm just like, what the fuck? And she runs across the house. She's like, Sharon, you got it. I got what? You got that role on Once Upon a Time, and I was like, oh my god! My manager called and my agent called, and they were like, that's about all I remember, because, you know, it was like 8 years ago now.
Hi, my name's Ray, and I was wondering if you watched any Vines and what were some of your favorites if you did.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. What other ones? Me and my sister communicate mostly through Vines. I just walk into a room and I'm just like, Otto! And then she'll sit there for a minute and think about a Vine to respond with, and, you know, it goes, we do that for about an hour. Ha, I saw it. So yeah, that's about it. But I think one of my favorites literally is, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Especially because I can do the pretty well.
Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Karen. This is my dream right now. But my question is, when did you feel like the role for Henry was right for you?
It was kind of funny when I read when I first got the script in the very first audition and I read it. That was it. It just clicked. I said, this is the role. This is perfect. I love it. And I gave it my all. And I knew then that there was something special about it. And now I'm here. So.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi. My name's Lola. As a fan, I have been watching the show since like the premiere, like the live premiere, and I grew up like at the same time as you. So in my head, I was always like, how does that feel, being on TV and being so little? So my question is, can you give us some sort of insight or perspective as to what it was like doing that for like half of your life?
It was weird. It was an experience. It was one of those things where I was very lucky to have such an amazing cast and crew to practically raise me. I am the person I am today because of the show. I'm the person I am today because of all the amazing and wonderful things I've been taught by the people I love and care about, my massive second family. And it was a ride. And like anyone, it's one of those things where even though I'm on TV and you watch me grow up and that sort of thing, I'm growing up with you and I'm experiencing the same struggles you guys are. I mean, I am very open about the fact that I have anxiety and I'm awkward, but that's my superpower. I'm always awkward. So it's one of those things where I don't feel like I'm special. I feel like I'm a part of the community because not only because I'm on the show you guys watch, but also because I enjoy the same things you guys enjoy. I'm a massive nerd, and I'm proud of it. So.
Thank you. Hi, Jared. My name is Savannah. My question is, if you could play any other character on the show, who would you play and why?
See, I get asked this question frequently, and my answer is always Captain Hook. For multiple reasons. I want to be a pirate, mostly. And I want to be a pirate.
I have a problem with that because Jennifer is your mother and Jennifer is married to...
Thanks for making it creepy.
Hi. I wanted to know what's your main on Overwatch.
Well, I play McCree. I play lots and lots of McCree. It's noon. I go on rants all the time. My McCree impression binges where I'm just sitting there, spouting McCree lines in group chat, and they're like, you get two responses. You either get, God, that's awful. It's awful. Like, you don't sound anything like him, or, man, that's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. So it's a lot of fun. But I play a ridiculously large amount of McCree. I also play mostly McCree, Soldier, Widow McCree, that sort of stuff.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi, I'm Ariel. And my question is, what was your very first day on set like, and what was your very last day on set like?
My very first day on set is, I remember meeting the director. He got really, really close to me. Like, looked me right in the eyes and said, "You beat out 500 other kids for this role. No pressure." And of course, the pressure was on. So I remember being nervous but super excited my first day on set. And then my last day on set, it was weird. I almost felt dead inside. I was like internally screaming, but on the outside I was like just trying to be like strong for the people around me. Because it was an emotional time. It was an emotional day, and it was crazy, because every time someone would rap out, our executive producer, Steve Perlman, would give the speech, and we'd all just be like, okay, hold in the tears, just don't cry. And it was a rough day, but it was also like a really kind of retrospective, like amazing day, where we got a chance to look back on all the fond memories that we had with the show and our giant second family, so.
Thanks.
Of course.
Hello, I'm Maria, and the question is, what is one thing that you have learned as an actor?
One thing I've learned as an actor, I think one thing I've really learned as an actor is you have to be natural. In a sense, it can't seem like acting, which is weird. It's like a weird thing to say. It's like you can't act when you're acting, and it's one of those things where you have to. I've learned that you have to have a certain set of tools, and you have to take from inspiration from anything, your real life, your imagination, books, movies, TV shows, and other actors. I think. That sort of ability to tap into characters, and also you have to it's funny. It's like you have to be able to give your own self and your own character to it. Like, you have to be able to give something unique, and I think everybody has something unique about them that they can give to acting, and I think that's something really important. Also, you have to be a little bit insane, just a little bit. The actual definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And as actors, we do that a lot. Audition after audition after audition, and it's not like people think. Like, once you're on a movie, you don't just like get handed roles. It's a lot of work, and it's really stressful. So you have to be able to take that and know that even with effort, you have to learn with letdowns and kind of grow, that sort of thing.
Thank you, and happy late birthday.
Thank you.
Hi, Jared. I'm Natasha. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
So nice to meet you. Okay, so my question for you is, where can we hope to see you next?
Well, finishing school, finishing high school. But aside from that, I want to get into voice acting. I want to take a few workshops and take some possible singing lessons, because apparently that helps with voice acting. And get out there. I don't know. I feel like with voice acting, you get a chance to play like all these different characters and really be anything. And it doesn't matter what you look like. It's all about like your sound and how you feel it. And I want to give my talent, whatever little talent I may have, to something I'm passionate about. And I'm passionate about voice acting. I'm a nerd. I love video games. I love anime. I love animation itself. So yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Juliana. I was wondering, out of all the storylines and plot twists that you've had on the show, which one so so to say, shocked you the most?
I think the thing that overall shocked me the most, one of the plot lines, kind of story twist things, that was Henry being the author. Like when I read that in the script, I was just like blown away. I was like, what? No way! that can't be. But you know, that's how it works. And I think of all the things, that was the general thing that hit me the most. One of the other twists that I absolutely love is Rumpelstiltskin as a character. It's just one massive plot twist. One second he's doing this, the next second he's not. You're like, what is happening right now?
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to ask, if the show didn't end, do you think Kingdom Hearts would have made its way into Once Upon a Time?
That would have been fun. I want to wield a key sword. So, I hope. I think that's the best answer I got.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to say that I love you. I loved you since the minute you say, my name is Henry, I'm your son.
Thank you.
I was wondering, since the second part of season 3, we see you and Killian kind of like a father-son relationship now. Do you think you guys still have a relationship if Neil is still alive now?
I think so. I think if Henry, it's funny. Even though David's Henry's grandpa, they also kind of had a father-son relationship for a while too. And it's kind of funny. I think Henry kind of tries to find those figures that he can look up to and learn from. Like Robin was a father figure for him. Neil was a father figure for him for a while, and I think it's great that Henry's had a chance to have so many people like guiding him, and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I was wondering what other character you had the funniest moment with on set.
Honestly, every funny moment I can remember a lot of funny moments from on set. But I think all my fondest memories, or not fondest memories. I have so many fond memories, but I think the most fun I've always had on set was always with Josh. Every time me and Josh had a scene together, like one of those grandson bonding scenes, like that sword fight scene at the beginning of season 2 where we're just running around having fun with wooden swords, was so much fun. And it wasn't funny. It was like pure fun, and we were laughing because we were just having a good time. And honestly, on set every day is funny and fun. We're always cracking jokes and having a good time. So.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hey, my name is Peyton, and I was just wondering, did you have more fun doing the Neverland scenes with Peter Pan, or the 1 or 2 episodes where the author before you, or the one guy took the pen and he did a twisted version of Storybrooke?
It's hard to say. I had a lot of fun with the stuff in Neverland. Me and Robbie had a lot of fun with that. But honestly, the stuff with the author was a lot of fun. I think I'd have to say that just because, I gotta try a bunch of stuff I'd never really tried before. Like from an acting standpoint, that was a lot of fun.
Hi, my name is Kira, and my question is, what was your first big role?
My first big role. I played a character. I did a skit on a talk show with Spike Franstein, and I played Little Bill O'Reilly. Little Bill O'Reilly, and it was just this little comedy sketch, and I think it was the first. It went viral on the internet, so I think that was technically my first big role. But aside from that, I played Bobby Draper on Mad Men for 2 seasons. That was fun. But I think Henry as a whole is my first big role. It's the thing that I'll kind of always carry with me.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering, who's your favorite person to shoot a scene with and why?
Hard to say. I mean, again, I have fun with everybody, but I think for me, when I always loved filming scenes with, I always loved filming scenes with Lana or J-Mo, because I don't know what it was.
Hello, I'm Anna. So you know how Rumple fulfills several different fairy tale roles, as in like the crocodile and being the dark one and being the beast. If you were able to choose a character that wasn't a main character of the season or hasn't been used, who would you like Henry to be plot twisted into?
Plot twisted into. Well, I'm gonna totally steal from the Kingdom Hearts question and say the guy, I forget his name because I'm an idiot off the top of my head. Sora. There we go. Thank you. There you go. Or Luke Skywalker. Why not?
Thank you. Hi, my name is Brody, and well, first of all, I think you're really funny, and you are one of my favorite people from Once Upon a Time. And my question was, if you had possession of the dagger, what would you make Rumble do?
Yeah, turn me into the Dark Prince. But if I had possession of the dagger, this is my favorite joke. If Henry ever had the chance to like go totally evil, I feel like he'd go on this like crazy weird sort of Death Note style like Light Yagami thing where he's just like, I must destroy all evil. So that's what he'd do with Rumble. He'd just be like, kill this person, kill that person, villain, ah!
Thank you. Hi, I'm Lauren. I was wondering, for the musical episode, you have the one line, but would you have chosen like to do a whole song if you could?
Dear God, no. That would have been the most embarrassing thing in my life. I can't sing. I mean, it would have been interesting, that's for sure, but honestly, I didn't think I was going to be singing at all, and then Eddie and Adam called me, and they're like, Jared, we want you to sing a line. And I'm like, great? Great, okay. I'll do my best. And I just sat in my room listening to music for like 3 hours, like, I can't sing. And then it turned out okay-ish. But every time I hear it, it's like chalk on a chalkboard. Like, it doesn't sound nice.
Hi. I'm Roxanne, and I just wanted to thank you for talking openly about your anxiety, because I've struggled with that for a long time, and it's nice to know that someone else goes through the same pain.
Of course.
And my question is, I just blanked out on my question. Give me a second.
Take your time. It happens a lot.
Oh yeah, you talked about voice acting earlier today. Out of all of the shows that you watch, which character would you like to voice if it was possible?
I would absolutely love to voice Aaron in Attack on Titan, I'm gonna be honest. Just because, why not? But there's so many characters, how can I pick just one? I kind of love the voice of just an original character, or a character that hasn't been voiced before. That sort of thing. It's hard to pick just one because I watch a lot of animated shows. Just whew. So yeah, I couldn't pick just one.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi Jared, I'm Morgan.
Hi.
My question is, what was the bigger challenge to do, Peter Pan in Henry's body or the Wish Realm Henry from the end of season 7?
Wish Realm Henry. It wasn't exactly that it was hard. It wasn't hard, but it was something new that I'd never really done before. I really got into it, and I really pulled from a whole bunch of stuff to be, bad. And it was funny because the director comes up to me after we're done filming all the scenes, and he's like, Jared, you developed a slight British accent. And I was like, I did? I'm sorry. He's like, no, it's okay. I just decided to roll with it. I was like, okay. Also, great music video. Great.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hello.
Hi.
If you could change anything about Henry, what would it be?
I'd make him evil more. I'd just like change the entirety of season like 6 so that it was evil the whole time because I really like playing bad guys. Yeah, I think that's it. It's funny. I have that question worked out. I'm always like, I need a longer answer, but no, I'd just be like a dark Prince Henry sort of thing, just like evil.
Thank you.
Of course. Just be like Darth Author. I'll write you out of the story.
Hi, I wanted to know, how did you feel seeing Emma go from the savior to the dark one to watch your mom become evil?
It was cool. I wasn't like, oh, you can't be evil. It was really cool. It was great, and Jennifer did an amazing job with it. Again, I love evil stuff. My whole thing is like, I love evil. I love like the anti-hero sort of thing, like not good but not bad, like somewhere in the middle. And it's just, it was so great.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi, my name is Cameron. How did you like dancing with Violet?
It was funny. All the scenes with Violet were a lot of fun, and they were really interesting for me as an actor and as a person, because I never really had a like real girlfriend, so like my relationship with Violet is the closest thing I've had to an actual relationship. Like my first kiss on television is also my first kiss in real life, so of course that day was the most embarrassing day of my life. Damn you, Josh and Colin, to having you. But dancing, that scene was just incredible. That scene was absolutely amazing to film, and it was such a lovely vibe on set. Dancing, it was peaceful, it was calm, it was wonderful.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi, I'm Alex, and my question is that back in season 1, how did you do the part where you help Elma to remember the fairy tale creatures and of course breaking the curse?
Well, in season 1, when Emma remembered, it was kind of just me being very like direct and straightforward. Like, you gotta believe, you gotta believe, you gotta believe. And then, of course, I was under a sleeping curse. I did nothing but lay in bed. But that was that, of course.
Thank you.
Your future self.
It was weird. It was really weird meeting Andy, because not only does he look a lot like me, but he like mastered Henry's mannerisms, and therefore my mannerisms, because they're pretty much the same. So I met him and I was like, man, if that's me in a few years, I'm pretty well off. But it was a lot of fun meeting Andy, and he's done an amazing job. We got time for one more? We got time for one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Alright, nerd talk.
Nerd talk.
So if you, Jared, were transported into a galaxy far, far away, would you be a Jedi, a Sith, bounty hunter, smuggler?
I'd be a bounty hunter. I'd be a bounty hunter with force sensitivity.
Okay.
I put thought into this. And I'd have this like kind of futuristic space revolver. It'd be so much fun. I'd be like a space cowboy with force sensitivity. It would be, it's great. Thank you.
Did you say with force what? Force sensitivity.
Yeah, it means you can use the force.
Yeah, okay.
You get it.
Guys, let's give it up for Jared.
What's that? Okay. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jared. Happy birthday to you.
All right.